everybody. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys a couple of tricks that I think are very important for your puppy to know. I made a video like this a couple of years back when Nova was a little teeny tiny puppy. And today I'm going to teach you a couple more tricks with our dachshund puppy Juniper. Disclaimer, I haven't taught any of these tricks to him because he's a puppy. He just turned 5 months old. So this is all beginner. So you're going to see how fast they can learn doing all these tricks. So teaching watch me to your dog helps your dog look at you for guidance for pretty much anything. Usually the way I teach them how to is by getting the treat and putting it up to my eyes and saying watch me while they like see my eyes, and then gradually I'll take that treat out of my hand and use my finger to point, and then eventually tell them to watch me without doing any gestures, and they have to look me in the eyes. You have to pay attention to their eyes, see if they are looking at the treat or your eyes, and once they glance at you, you give them a treat. Watch me. Good. Watch me. Good boy. You see how he automatically glanced at me when I said that? That's perfect. So this is another first time trick I would recommend because it's so easy to teach. Juniper, watch me. Good boy. The side eye. This is gonna show that you can teach old dogs new tricks. She is gonna be 8 years old. I was gonna do this with my puppy, but he's not very vocal at all, so I don't want to teach him how to be vocal. She, however, is very vocal. And the next trick I want to teach you is how to be quiet. And you can use quiet, shut. She knows how to bark also, thank you. This can also help them distinguish the difference from, bark and quiet, is teaching them bark first. Bark, 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 bark. That counts. So I haven't really worked with her on that one for a while, but bark. Good girl. This is like teaching them how to bark. Once they are vocal, it's gonna be hard to kind of show you that now, but let's say they are constantly barking and stuff. The way that you'll teach them how to be quiet is you catch them right when they're silent and you say quiet, and then you give them a treat. They'll continue barking, because they're rallied up or whatnot. And then eventually they're gonna realize, hey, when I'm quiet, I'm gonna get a treat. So I think they go hand in hand, bark and quiet, because you can't have one without the bark. Teaching them how to bark, I'm kind of getting them rallied up. This next trick, again, he doesn't know how to do it at all yet. It's gonna be place, and I'm gonna show him how to do it here on his bed. And I feel like once they really do learn how to, you can really do it anywhere. Because the way that I show them, I point to where I want them to go. Like I'll be like, go to your bed. Hey, good boy. That was not planned at all. A big tip is dogs, one of their biggest sense is their nose, right? So when I teach dog anything, I start with the treat, of course, and I kind of lead them with the treat to the task that I want them to do. Just literally get them onto where I want them, give them a treat. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Go to your bed. Good boy. If you want to start doing really advanced from far away, just keep getting farther and farther. Point to wherever you want them to go, and they'll get there, just little bit by little bit. The further you get, the more you're gonna have to lead them. So go to your bed. Good boy. So you go further, go to your bed. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Good boy. Oh, I should probably teach him not to chase the cat. This is one of my favorite tricks. Alright, so that's exactly why I love this trick. Dogs are typical to go through your shoes and get things that they're not supposed to. So I love teaching them this trick because right when you see them from a far distance that they have something they're not supposed to in their mouth, you could just say, drop it, and they'll drop it as soon as they hear that command. I feel like once you have dogs for a certain amount of time, you know not to leave your stuff out. But it's different with the baby because, I mean, he doesn't know that yet. I'm gonna teach him how to drop it. We've kind of been working on it where he'll have it in his mouth and I call him by his name. Like I'll be like, Juniper, and he'll come to me. I will get it from his mouth. I won't pull it from him. He'll still have it in his mouth. And I'll repeatedly say, drop it, until he decides to let go. But another really good way to teach them is with the tug-of-war toy, because it is a toy that they can chew on. Leave it. Good girl. So I think the easiest way to do it is teaching them how to fetch and then leaving it. Juniper, Juniper. So if you want a further demonstration on how to teach them how to fetch, let me know. Get it. So you see how he didn't want to let it go, but waited a little bit too? He was deciding whether or not he wanted me to have it. And that will be different with each dog, but just be patient, and when they do let go, reward them. Juniper, come. Leave it. Good boy. Go, go, go. Juniper. Leave it. Good boy. I love teaching recall. My dogs are so good at it. And I just think you have to have a positive mindset when calling back your dog. Usually you're mad at them that you're calling them and stuff. So you just gotta keep it chill. And but yeah, the way I teach recall is starting in my backyard. I let them play and do whatever the heck they want. And then I'll just start calling them randomly. Quiet. See? Exactly. Good boy. Yeah. So, I mean, he's super close right now, but if he were to be all over there, I'll decide to call him, and if he comes to me, and he should come to me because I'll have treats waiting for him. So yeah, just something motivated for them to come to you. We'll train them to just come to you automatically when you call them. When I start introducing them to the park or something, that's a whole other deal. Now I'm not too comfortable with leaving my dogs without a leash at the park. I used to do it all the time. So when I am at the park and I do want to teach them recall a little more, I introduce them this long leash. They have very, very long ones. I believe this one's 15 feet. And this is just for extra precaution. You know, when you introduce them to somewhere new, they can get a little too excited and not listen. So that's why I use this when I teach them how to go out to the parks and all that. And it just works the same way. The only thing is that they're clipped to a leash. So you'll clip them, you'll let them do their own thing, call them. Juniper. Good boy. Good boy. Call them whenever you want. And when they come to you, give them a treat. Yay, good boy. So yeah, recall is very important, especially nowadays. A lot of people don't really teach recall, but it's very, very easy. The trick that I use when I don't use a leash, I don't do this anymore, and they run on me, this is a trick I would use. Always works. Or you can play dead. Never chase your dog. That's something you don't want to do because they're just going to run more away from you. Oh, I've been doing this new thing where I've been trying to teach them with a whistle, and it's been working out okay. Let's see. Good job! You're doing so great! I don't know how I taught them that. I guess they just love the whistle. Whenever I get them as a puppy, I always whistle to them because I like when they like shake their head, like you know how they're like, what the heck is that? I did that with him early on, and when I would whistle, I guess I just taught him to like the whistle and that I whistle, I guess. And now that whenever I whistle, he knows that it's me and he wants to come towards me. I don't know. That's just what I think happened. Good boy, you're the babies. You're the Okay, let's get nice and personal right now. Neutrality training is something new and something that people really do need to teach their dogs. Very important in getting a dog that's not reactive. And the way that neutrality training goes is you just take them to a public space when they're little and doing absolutely nothing. Sitting down on the grass, chilling, putting them on their leash, and just rewarding them when they're very calm. He would bark at people. The more people walked by, he just got accustomed to people. You know, people are people. They're gonna be everywhere. And now he barks at nobody, and he's 5 months. And we took him out as soon as we could after he got his parvo shots. Started him right away, the sooner the better. I do have reactive dogs because I did not teach this. As now that they're reactive, I feel like I can't really take them anywhere. And I like to take my dogs everywhere I can. So now that they're older, it is kind of hard to get it out of them. The way that I've been training my reactive dogs, dogs are different in the ways that they show fear. My dogs only bark. You know, some can bite. So it just depends on your dog. Use a muzzle, be precautious. But mine only bark. And same thing, you know, just sit down at a park, a busy park maybe not too busy, moderately busy. And sit down with the leash, just sit down, do nothing. And eventually they'll get it. You know, it just takes a little longer when they are older, but nothing too crazy. When they're younger, however, literally he stopped barking at people once the third person walked by. He was like, okay, these are just people. And make sure that they don't interact with them. After they stop barking at people, then you can tell people to interact with them. Depending on how that goes. Juniper he wasn't even super excited, but he was pretty happy that he was being interacted with another person. If they're too reactive, too hyper, too happy seeing somebody, just be like, okay, sorry, but you know, my dog needs to calm down or whatnot. Neutrality training, have to do that. I learned the hard way. I hope you guys found this entertaining and of course informative to watch. I do have, like I said at the beginning of the video, more videos like this on my channel. If you guys need some training tips, puppy tips, if you guys need a little more help, of course, leave a comment down below and I'll be more than glad to help you guys in any questions that you have. Want to teach your puppy a little bit more tricks? This is the guide that I would recommend. It helped me a lot with Nova as a little tiny puppy. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!